Hello everybody, I'm Steve Grizzetti, co-founder of MoviePix.com and author of the MoviePix.com Guides to Adobe Premiere Elements and Adobe Photoshop Elements. And here we are in Photoshop Elements. Generally, when I'm editing in Photoshop Elements, I'm in the expert space. I like having this large toolkit over here on the left. I like all the really cool advanced tools and Photoshop Pro-like tools that are included in Photoshop Elements. But if you just have a picture you want to clean up, you just want to tighten it up a little and make it look good, you could accomplish I don't know why that came up. But if you've got a photo and you just want to clean it up a little, just want to polish it and make it look good, you can do an awful lot in the quick workspace. To get to the quick workspace, you just use this little tab in the upper center of the program. And the quick workspace offers a smaller collection of tools, but some powerful tools that can do some great things. So especially if you're working on a portrait and you want to get the portrait looking nice, some cool stuff you can do. For instance, this little toothbrush over here on the left will whiten teeth. So if I select that, all I need to do is just drag across the teeth here to select them. I selected my whole head. That's not good. I'm going to hold down the Alt key and deselect most of this. And in fact, I may even make that brush head a little smaller so I can get more precise. There we go. And with my teeth selected, the program is going to automatically brighten them a little. There's a Band-Aid tool. That's kind of a spot cleanup. Nope. There's a straighten tool in case things are crooked in your picture. They are not. But if they were, all I'd need to do is just drag along a horizontal line like that fence line there. And when I let go, the program would automatically straighten the picture up. You can add text. And this little Band-Aid here is a spot healing brush. I always like that. So for instance, if I want to remove that logo from my shirt, all I need to do is just drag and paint over it. And using Content Aware, the program will drag pixels from around it and cover that right up. I could use that to remove acne. I could use that to remove any unsightly objects. I might even be able to use it to remove these telephone wires behind me here. Let's just try that. I'll drag across those. Not bad, huh? The program could be used then if I took the time to remove all those phone wires. On the right-hand side are some smart fixes, some easy quick fixes. Smart Fix will do an automatic adjustment here to your brightness and contrast, essentially. And you can see that by hovering over each of these little quick view options, my picture changes just a little bit. So I can preview them. And when I find the setting I like, I can click on it. There's also an auto setting if I want to trust the program to do it for me. Exposure also, I can hover over each of these little quick view squares and pick out the one that I think is most flattering, and I'm going to leave it as is for exposure. Lighting gives me the option of increasing the shadow. Lighting gives me the option of increasing the shadows or the darker elements, the midtones, and the highlights, the lighter elements in the picture. And again, I can preview those just by hovering over these little spots. I may just increase or decrease that sky just a little bit, bring out some blue in it, and make it look like this guy has a little more of a tan than he does. Color allows me to adjust saturation, hue, and vibrance. Color in this picture is pretty good. I wouldn't mess with it. There is an auto color button you can use. But again, by adjusting these, you can get your color just right. Balance adjusts temperature and tint, and again, that is pretty good on this picture. But if you've ever got your camera accidentally set for indoor lighting, and you go out and shoot in outdoor lighting, everything's a little bit more bluish. And likewise, if you were shooting with an outdoor setting and you came indoors, you might get a little bit of yellow or red in your picture. This allows you to make adjustments for that. And finally, sharpen. And sharpen will make your picture look a little crisper. Can't cure a focus problem. And you can see that if you over sharpen, the results can be kind of unflattering also. But let's just add just a little sharpening to this picture. That's a good set right there. There are effects I can add to the picture by clicking on the button down here in the lower right. These effects can give it And these effects can give it a sort of shift in tone. There are textures you can add to the picture and even frames. But once I've made some adjustments to my picture, I always go over here to the upper left and set it for before and after. And now I can see what I started with and what I ended with. Not a lot of changes because it was actually a pretty good picture to begin with. But you can see the teeth are just a little wider. We've got a little more crispness in the picture. And we even got rid of one of those ugly, unsightly telephone wires in the background. So you can go a long way just by using quick adjustments, especially if you're cleaning up a picture or you're just trying to get a portrait to look really, really good. It's a great place to work. It's a great workspace for doing the job. Now, if you want to know more about this program, hidden tools and obvious tools and tips and tricks, be sure to check out our moviepix.com guides. They're available at amazon.com. We've got a moviepix.com guide for Photoshop. We've got a moviepix.com guide for Photoshop elements as well as Premiere elements. And we've got lots of tips and tutorials at moviepix.com. And if you got a question, drop by our free community forum. We're glad to help you out. I'm Steve Grizzetti, and I hope to see you again real soon.